Welcome to the SIMS for Windows introductional video. My name is Ken Utley, President of SIMS, and the purpose of this video is to assist in the understanding of the SIMS for Windows, identifying its purpose, and demonstrating how it fits into the line of products provided to your central station. The SIMS for Windows has been designed to provide the customer with a Windows interface. This in turn allows expanded management tools beyond the DOS world that the SIMS for DOS resides in. This customer requirement is attained even while allowing continued use of the SIMS for DOS in the dispatching world. Simply put, operators may continue using the SIMS for DOS they have grown accustomed to over the years, while management, service, and other departments move into the wider world of Windows. System requirements for this program are a stable Windows environment using Windows 98, Windows 2000, or Windows XP. Minimum memory requirements for the Windows 98 are 128 megabytes of RAM, while 256 megabytes is recommended for Windows 2000 and Windows XP. Other factors such as processor type and speed, as well as hard disk technology, will create a smoother and sometimes even faster operation. What are some of the advantages of SIMS for Windows? When it becomes necessary, regeneration of the SIMS database can be expected to be up to 10 times faster. Sorts can be expected to reach even higher multiples of speed. Graphical reports are available. Compatibility with and usage of form writer reports that may have been redesigned and modified. Generation of all kinds of reports and searches are much faster. SIMS for Windows is an important dispatching tool, but it is also compatible with your existing database. SIMS for Windows can even coexist with SIMS for DOS on the same workstation at the same time. Let's take some time now to examine the SIMS for Windows, its options, and operation. We'd like to first bring your attention to the help that's available within the SIMS for Windows. Here you're going to find the introduction, the key features of the SIMS for Windows, updating from previous version, system requirements, about this help system. Down in the how-to tips, you can find out such things as how to set up your auto dialing, database file allocation, how to use list boxes and tree views. There's also a functional overview that goes into great detail regarding such things as backups, how to work event priority levels, how to sort your files and what files are sorted, and so forth. Under miscellaneous, such things as accounts receivable are covered in here, which is an option of the SIMS for Windows. How to pick list dialogues and so forth. There is also a section within here about file structures under the technical information. These file structures cover all of the SIMS2 files and can be used to provide the offsets necessary for programming personnel for the interfacing into the SIMS file structures. This will include the histories, the different types of records that are found in the history files, what they mean, and how to understand them. Search capabilities are also found within the SIMS for Windows help, so you can put such things as file structures, how to go find out where they're located, how to resort files, and so forth like that. The different overviews of structures, how they fit in, key features of SIMS. Use the SIMS help for a variety of different items. Remember, these help screens are available anywhere within the SIMS for Windows simply by striking the F1 within the field you're interested in. Let's close out this help now and go to some other important factors located within here. Under the System menu, We can find backup of files, how to delete data, global options, emergency modes. But one of the things we're going to take a quick look at the very beginning is how to edit the registry so that you may use this system with your existing SIMS database. Under the Edit Registry, we can point our SIMS for Windows to the directory across the network that our files are located in. So this is a very simple process and can be accomplished simply by picking the network drive, then going to the directory that you find your files in, and then clicking the Open. At this point in time, we are pointed to our SIMS2 information. Now also there's a forms file drive and directory. So you can keep all your forms that you've made in your SIMS form writer or from the SIMS for Windows. Typically, if you're pointing to a network, you'll make the forms directory underneath your SIMS2 directory across the network and then point this form files drive and directory to that. This is important so that all workstations run on the same form types. You may also pick out the different fonts that you want to use for your display and printer, as well as margins. Let's go ahead and save this information now that we're pointed to our directory. And let's make a couple of other stops by things that are worthwhile and noteworthy. We're going to also want to go to the disk. This is where we set up our display pending events, the paths for that, the video, the accounting, the backups, faxing, and email outputs where they're written to. If you have to turn on a debug log, it's located within this particular screen. We're going to set a maximum of a 1 megabyte file for this. We'll save this out. Now let's take a look at the sorting. The sorting is found in Configure, Sort Files. This is a very popular feature within the SIMS for Windows because it will rebuild and resort the files. By the SIMS for Windows, we'll actually go out to the account file DAT where the main part of the database is located and extract and rebuild other files within the system from the source of all information, the account file DAT. This is a demo database we're setting up here with, but we'll give ourselves a little chance to see the speed of the sort. Expect a higher multiple of even 10 times faster when you're working with your database. Sorts that typically take 15 minutes will probably be accomplished with the SIMS for Windows in just over a minute. There is also the ability to regenerate your files within the SIMS for Windows. This is a much more sophisticated method of regenerating files and again is much faster. One of the real important things within the regeneration in the SIMS for Windows is the fact that it will not reset the auto test counters. This is important because some of our auto tests are set for a month and the test messages come in once a month. If we reset those counters, we can miss the auto test for the next month. So by unclicking that or not clicking that, we can perform a regeneration that will do all of the normal index rebuilding, sorting, and checking of our files, and yet not lose the auto test counters, which are very important to us. That fast. Expect a good 10 times speed improvement over your existing DOS version for that particular item. Let's kind of take a look at a few of the drop-down menus here. You will find tabs available all throughout the program, and this particular one is for the traffic display. A lot of these are also found within the drop-down. You'll see a place to enter your registration key. That will be necessary to use your program after 45 days of initial installation. There are phone notepads and all kinds of different things under the first one. While I have you in this particular dialog box, I'd like to show you a few things. Number one, you can reorder any of the contacts just by simply clicking on the top tab. This can be very helpful when you're trying to search out those tabs that are hard to find, or you might know some information about it but not the rest of it. Notice here that as we click on this one, we make the modification here. If I want to find something in here, if I want to search the name field, or I could search the comment field, I might say SYOSS, whether I want a sliding surge or not. It found the first one, and it moved on to the next. And I've reached my end of list now. This is available in each one. Also note there's an extra print button here so that we can print out any of the dialog boxes to our printer for our backups. This is a new addition over the SIMS for DOS and a frequently requested capability. Let's remove this one now and go to the second grouping. Here we can get the further menu breakdown of accounts, the dealer breakdowns, messages, table maintenance, system reminders, and we can even find access into our accounts receivable here, which will be covered on a completely different video. If we go to the next one, the reports, we have account reports, dealer reports, graphicals, which is covered under another quick video, history type reports, whether it's subscriber or for dealer type. We have service and the ability to send pages and emails and faxes, as well as reports for accounts receivable. Under the service, we can generate work orders, much like in the SIMS 2, print them out, and so forth like that. Under configuration, we have the ability to go in and work with all of our event priority mnemonics. And again, I remind people, a very nice feature, you can print these out. Also under Configure, there's Event Dispositions, Operational Modes. The grouping of the operational modes is slightly different than the SIMS for DOS, but is easy to find. Just move through the tabs and you'll find the options that you're looking for. We can re-index groups of history files. So I can do a year at a time, a quarter at a time if I want to, or do all of my history times simply by giving a begin and until date, and it will then go through and take care of all of the necessary sorting on that. We can just do this one simply by doing that. Found on another video is the selection of the report forms and what this means and how to accomplish this. It's on one of our how-to videos located within your DVD-ROM. Under the system capability, we also cover some of our other items like the backups and restores. There are global options, setting your password for access into the management level capabilities. SIMS for Windows gives you the ability to export files so that you can export your account data into a DBase type format. Then you find those that will be located within your SIMS 2 directory. There is the ability to change account numbers. For those problem areas, this is also covered in another video, when you want to move one group of accounts from one receiver to another. Normal system traffic display is very similar in many respects to the SIMS for DOS. And again, under another video, we're going to cover the dispatching capabilities within there. And without taking too much time in our overview, just know that this ability is there. This will conclude our SIMS for Windows overview video. We hope you've enjoyed it and suggest that you move to some of the other videos for specifics and how-tos.